This video will teach you the most popular version of poker played all over the world, Texas Holdem. The objective of the game, to win your opponent's chips. A table can consist of anywhere from 2 to 10 players. For this video, let's give this table 6 players. One player needs to be the dealer, and in our example it will be player number 1. Most of the time you will see a dealer button next to this player. A poker dealer distributes cards to players and manages action at the poker table. To the left of the dealer, we will always find the small and the big blind. The purpose of these blind bets is to create a starting pot. The players in positions 2 and 3 will be required to put money into the pot even before they see their cards they are given. After the blinds have been posted, every player is dealt 2 cards face down, clockwise of the dealer. Remember, each player can only look at their own cards. After the cards have been dealt, the player to the left of the big blind is first to act. In our example, this is player number 4. The first round of betting ensues. Players can call, which means putting an amount of chips in the pot equal to the bet of the previous player. Raise, put in an amount of chips bigger than the previous bet. Fold, give away their cards and involvement in the hand. Let's see what everyone does. Player 4 raises. Player 5 calls. Player 6 calls. Player 1 calls. Player 2 calls. And player 3 calls. Notice that players 2 and 3 put chips in again, even though they'd already put in their blind bets before. This is because player 4 raised, and in order to stay in the pot, players must match the bet of other players. All the chips are gathered together to create the pot. The pot is the sum of money that's bet during the hand and is rewarded to the winning player at the end of the hand. A player can win a hand by either getting all other players to fold, or by having the strongest poker hand compared to any opponents that remain at the end of the hand. Now, a new round of betting begins and 3 cards appear on the table. All cards that are face up on the table are referred to as community cards. These cards can be used in combination with the player's 2 hole cards to create the best poker hand. The first 3 community cards are known as the flop. Now that the flop has been dealt, betting begins. The first player to act is the active player on the left of the dealer. An active player means a player who has not folded and still remains in the hand. As this is a new round and there is no previous bet, the following actions are available to the player. Put out a bet himself. Fold his cards and end his involvement in this round. Check. Wait and see what other players do in this round. You can only check if nobody has put out a bet before you. If you do check and someone else bets after you, then the player will continue clockwise around the table, before coming back to you, at which point you can choose to either call, fold or raise. Let's see what happens on our example table. Player 2 checks. Player 3 checks. Player 4 checks. Player 5 bets. Player 6 folds. The rest of the players call to match player 5's bet. Now that this round of betting is finished, a 4th community card is placed on the table. This is called the turn. Another betting round on the turn ensues, and the same betting rules apply. Finally, a 5th community card is dealt on the table, and this is called the river. This is the final round of betting. Again, the same betting rules apply. Provided more than one player remains in the hand by the end of the river, the hand goes to showdown. All remaining active players turn their hands face up, and then it's determined who has the best 5-card hand. This is done by combining the 2 hole cards with the 5 community cards on the table. For example, a player could use one of his hole cards and 4 community cards to create his best possible 5-card hand. You're basically trying to create the best 5-card combination out of the 7 available cards. The player with the best hand takes home the entire pot. Now the next hand starts. The dealer button and blinds move 1 position to the left. So, poker is all about getting your opponents to put money into the pot when you have the best hand and get them to fold when you have the worst hand. Check out our hand rankings videos to find out what the best possible hands to have for Showdown are.